Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back. Welcome back. Season 3, episode 12 of Leaders Only Digital Show and Podcast. We brought to you here by What a Change Inc. and Tone Drone TV. I'm your host, Kendell.
And I'm Semaj.
And today, man, we have a wonderful, marvelous show. We recapping season 3 and previewing our milestones and accomplishments and our reach outs and everybody that we network with through just reaching our third season, just in our third season. So we ask that y'all all please invite your friends, family, loved ones, those that you see struggling or those that just want some good knowledge, good footage. We ask that you like, share, comment, subscribe to our page, click the bell. If you miss us on the live streaming, you can always hit pound replay and catch us on the in the comments, man. And always you can go back because it's YouTube. You can go back, watch season 1, 2, 3, and catch up on our shows, man.
Yeah, and before we kick the show off, we're going to get to what's in the news. And I think the biggest story this week that I seen on my timeline, too, was Carly Russell, who was a 25-year-old nursing student. She disappeared after calling 911 and her brother's girlfriend to report seeing a toddler wandering along the side of the road. Police say that they still have no evidence of a missing toddler, nor any reports of such a sighting by other drivers along this busy stretch of a road. The first responders arrived at the scene minutes after the 911 call, found Russell's car, as well as her personal belongings, including her wig, cell phone, and purse, but no Russell. Then, about 49 hours later, after her initial disappearance, Russell returned home. According to Hoover Police Chief Nick Durzis, Russell told detectives after she reappeared that she had been kidnapped and held by two people until she was able to escape. It sounds weird. I didn't even look at it. I just seen a bunch of pictures of the young lady, and then I seen like the Jussie Smollett like memes and stuff like that. If she was kidnapped and got away, good. If she was lying, I guess she'll get her karmatic debt. Stories like this, man, we just sit back and wait. I didn't do the whole search party and pray for. I don't do that stuff, man, unless I know that it's in the community, right, or I could put hands on it and eyes on it, because we're just living in a day and age where clout can be a thing. But it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf syndrome with social media nowadays, because there's so many stories and there's so much going on that you don't know what's true and what's not true. So the best thing you could do is just control yourself. Like I said, I pray for her, right, and just pray that that she be more careful if it's true, and if it's not true, I just pray that she gets some mental help. I did see something saying that she had posted something like the movie Taken or something like that, which makes it even more weird. And then I was looking at I think the Raw report, and he was talking about they were watching the video, the highway footage, on how she could have been abducted by spirits. So that's always something too, because what she's seen, just because nobody else seen it don't mean it wasn't there.
Right.
But all in all, man, glad she made it back home. I pray that she'd be more careful, and if you need any mental help, get it.
988.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So my take on it is, like you said, I didn't really dive into the story too much, but I did see the memes, and I just feel like at the end of the day, something's probably going on inside. Either way, she's gonna have some type of mental health issue. Either it's before or after her getting abducted, if it's true, or if it's not, and she created it, then she's something sick going on. So we know that it's a problem no matter what. So the overall take is that we hope that she gets some help. We're glad that she's safe, and that's it. So as we move on, man, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the show, man. This is our finale show, man. This is season 3, episode 12. So in this season, man, we did a lot of different things, man. We opened up to the community. We got to interact with the community. We got to bump shoulders with a couple organizations. I introduced Jay Flow to our team, and he's a great asset to us, just as we is to them. So they're very appreciative. We're very appreciative. Bro got to get the mental health chef headline out there, so he been doing his thing with the cooking. You got to be on site at certain things. We got to reach out to the brothers at the shelters and everything. So I'm gonna give y'all some of the rundown of season 3 and some of the popular things that happened in season 2 and some of the guests that we interviewed. So kicking it off, some of the show dialogues include the Department of Youth Rehabilitation, which is DYRS, the community outreach and social programs, heal so you can heal so you can control your emotions. I think that's what that's Aunt Pinky and J Flow, or that the one that we did at David Buster's.
I think
That's
David Buster's.
Crystal. Yeah, that's Crystal. So shout out to them. We embrace our community by attending events like the Grind Hard, Dream Big third annual middle school and high school David Buster outreach event, in which that was great. We got to bring our niece to that, our nephew to that, and we just got to meet a good reform organization too from out of Baltimore. So they was good. And it was just a good experience, man. I really enjoyed that. The team got a lot of good footage on that. We got a lot of good feedback on that. And that opened up the door for us as bringing our team out for the media, man. So that was a good thing, too. Also, we teamed up with the men's shelter, like I said, and we shed light on them and those who are in need. And we also got a lot of good networking with them. You know, they helped us out and gave us resources with phones, so networking technology and things of that nature. They gave us good things with the t-shirts. They sell t-shirts, so they just gave us a lot of inspiration and motivation for those who just sitting around. These are guys that's in need, you know, in a temporary situation, and got to make something out of it. So commend them and shout out to the men's shelter, those guys. We also are always shouting out the food drive here at the Mount Pleasant Baptist Church, where we are on site, and where the garden is also located. So that was also big, man. Always networking, and they always are giving. So we glad to be a part of that as well. So this year we grew, man. I'm so appreciative of the efforts that we put in, the growth that we did go through, and the things that we did go through, obstacles during the shows, the hiccups and things of that nature, but we still pulled it off in season 3, and it's a big accomplishment in such a short time, man. So I'm very appreciative of this season, man.
All right, and we still want to keep y'all informed about the mental health emergency number, which is 988, and the importance of getting help when you're feeling at risk. So please be sure to take your time for self-care, eat right, exercise, meditate, do some yoga, and anything else that brings you peace, because a healthy and productive life begins with you.
Yes, sir. So always, man, like bro said, man, it's always important to hit that line, man. 988 is a very important line. That's why I stated it in that breaking news, man, because even if she's not, like I said, even if you're not going through something, it might be somebody else that you know that's going through something, so you could be anonymous. You don't have to say your name or nothing, but you can always reach out, man. So continuing on, man, still, like, I give you another highlight of season 3. Like I said, Jason was a big highlight to our show, and bringing him on to be a friend of the team, man. It was great, because Jason is also a co-worker of mine, so that's how I met him at FedEx, and the light that he brings in there to other people was just a must to bring him on here, and the things that he do in the community, and he works with the youth, you know, so he giving us real big gems. So follow J Flow on his Instagram page, and as always, like I said, man, just a great dude, you know.
And then you got the book bag drive.
Oh yeah, on the 20th.
Coming up next month in August.
Yeah, let me get the exact date for y'all.
Well, in the meantime, we had also interviewed my therapist, Dr. Moore, on the show as well, as the participants from the DYRS program and the returning citizens. where they learn how to grow food and do landscaping, and they were able to get some tools and get job placement. And Dr. Moore shed light on the perception of therapy and how you could get help, and how it's like cost effective and how it can be cost effective to you guys. You just want to keep just trying to do better and get better. Um, stay on task. Keep working on your routine. Focus on bettering yourself. It was cool to have them up here because a lot of people are, I guess, afraid to get help. So it's always good to lead by example and just show people that it's not. I mean, it's not going to do anything but help you. We in a point in life like now where you have to, you got to do some of the work yourself, and looking for the help and choosing which one works for you and how it works for you. But a lot of this stuff just boils down to discipline, obedience, and accountability to start off. And then along your way, you'll figure out more and more which way to go. Your mind will free up more as you begin to live a cleaner life and a healthier lifestyle. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, just continue to do what you can, just to heal as best you can. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. That's all I know. It's just a lot, and everywhere you turn, you could get trapped back into the matrix. Be mindful of symbols and signs and what people are saying, man, because a lot of people are not for us, or maybe they might be for you. But the more and more that I grow and the more and more that I come into myself and my individualism and who we supposed to be, I'm getting the downloads more from the sun and my dreams and just other people reaching out for help with their health, and just aiming more to be appreciated. I'm getting the appreciation through things that help our community, but you're gonna have to be mindful when you help in our community that you're an asset. So you can't just do what everybody else do. You gotta protect yourself, man. You gotta protect yourself, because everybody's trying to stop that flow.
Yes,
and one of the main ways we got into this situation was because people that look like us. So don't think that it stopped now. It's people that look like us that ain't us, and you have to heal yourself, because you'll be easily influenced and led astray if you don't. So with that, rest in peace, to certain people who are passing away that or these celebrities, family members and stuff. It's deep, man. It's deep, and it's if you don't take anything from it, man, just take that. It could be your family, or it could be you, or take the ages of some of these people, or a lot of them, and I mean, they haven't gotten a chance to even explore their life and find out who they are. So just like the young man without legs, you have to remember, man, to live your best life, and figure out who the best you are, or the best version of you, because we're not just living for the earth, in the physical form. So don't forget that.
Yes, sir. Sir, I got the date for y'all. The date is August 19th, 11 o'clock, 11 to 4. August 19th, 11 to 4. And that would be at Glenarden Library, 8724 Glenarden Parkway, Glenarden, Maryland, 20706. Third annual backpack giveaway. That's once again Saturday, August 19th, 11 to 1 o'clock. 11 to 1 o'clock, and the child must be present to get the book bag. So big shouts out to Jason, J Flow, grind hard, dream big.
Yes, and shout out to it was Justice and to Kels. Those are the two participants from the DYRS
Oh yeah.
program. It was a 6-week course, like I said, in which they learned how to grow food, and they did landscaping, and they gave them tools to go with their job to start their own company. They wanted to start a landscaping company. Um, as I expressed when we did the show, it's always good, man. Like I said, to be able to give back, to be able to be called on from people that you know when they get an opportunity to use nepotism, because a lot of times it don't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate Lloyd and
yes, sir.
And the DeLorean Foundation for even thinking of me first when the opportunity presented itself, and then I appreciate the
participants.
Yeah, the participants for continuing to come, and we still text from time to time. When we get a harvest, I take pictures and I send it to them, and I show them the progress of the van and stuff like that, stuff that they were able to see, and then just check up on them. Everybody is in spirits when we hit the group chat, good spirits. So above all, I just appreciate the opportunity, and I just pray for more like that, because that's really what I want to do. That's really how I want to win, from clothes to product to whatever. I just wanted to be around high integrity, stable character, honorable character, and just righteousness, man, and servitude instead of charity. So yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I'm very appreciative of them too as well. We got to cook with them, we got to eat with them, so y'all can always go back and catch that show, because it was a good experience to see that they see that we're some people that they can relate to. The show was nerve-wracking for them, but we made it comfortable because we just let them know that we the same as y'all, man. We nervous as well, but it's just a flow, and to see two young uh, people, as far as like the young lady and the young man, and just to hear their story, where they came from, and the struggles, the obstacles that they overcame, and still being able to push and go into something like to learn from it, and also can make them an income, and also can provide for them to survive, was good that they took the initiative to do that and stuck with it. So I'm always a big fan of people that stick with things, because you only get that opportunity once, probably, in the day. Nobody's really giving you nothing out here. You got to pay for everything. So to be able to get that knowledge, to get that wisdom, to get that opportunity, and to take advantage of it, yeah, I commend that young man and that young woman. Absolutely.
Yeah. And shout out Miss Powell, who was she like the supervisor over there at the office, who runs the program. So even though there was a little tug of war, man, appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.
With that experience, though, I would say to people who hold positions in corporate America, or especially in D.C. where the government is heavy, y'all are our bridge for people who are in our 30s and who are out here doing community work. It's not going to always look like a shirt and tie and a fresh cut and all that when you're the ones who have to go into the community. A lot of times when they get presented those opportunities and the high-pitched marketing voice and the shirt and the tie and you acting perfect, we don't get any results. So if y'all are already doing that and you're already in the building, I mean, the whole thing about this for our people is to get back to freedom. We have to stop shunning upon people who taking the road to build wealth, and people who choosing to take that road to build wealth. We got to stop shunning upon y'all who choose to work a 9 to 5. But the thing is, we supposed to be working together anyway.
Right.
These are none of our companies. And I just seen a video sent to me at about 3 in the morning from my boy in St. Louis. He sent me a video of a man who's been working 30 years, and they gave him the news, and he was working in the factory, that there wouldn't be no pension. He had been working for 30 years, dumping money in his pension, and now there is no pension. So now you have to tell this man to go home, to stay calm, to deal with his family, to be the king, the head of the household, to not show emotion, and he's devastated. You know what I'm saying? That's a spiral out moment that can happen to where, what if he brings a pistol to work? What if? So we have to be mindful and remember that money from those jobs, man, you're supposed to be saving it, paying your necessities, and investing it. That's the only way we're going to be able to get anywhere. You ain't getting no big lump sums of money on trees and stuff. So wherever you making for the time that you're giving, whatever you're getting paid for your time, that's what you're getting. You know what I mean? We all have 24 hours. But again, as we emphasize season 1, season 2, and again here on season 3, you better start working with somebody, man. If it's your family, if it's your friends, if it's whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you come across who has a like mind, who has the vision of just being free and having some ownership. And then we have to get out of the mode of ownership and putting our stuff into trust. And we do that type of stuff by, you know, becoming nationals and becoming actual human beings in the law, and stop letting these people play with our names in all caps. And we need to control our names in all caps, which makes us a business. You know what I mean? We need to do the things that we need to do with our paperwork so we can be recognized as people. Because just like Tulsa, just like Trayvon Martin, and the list go on, some of that stuff I feel indifferent about anyway, because I feel like the game of the Matrix and the action and the actor and the actresses that go on this screenplay, that I don't want to disrespect nobody, but I have my own thoughts. But above all, we need to realize that, number one, life is short, and number two, you can't do nothing and get no justice or no reparations or any respect if you keep claiming something that's this shirt. It's clear to see that this is a black shirt and I'm not black. I could sit in the sun. I purposely been riding between the hours of 1 and 4 o'clock on my bike during this so-called heat stretch where it's been 95, 105 and up, just making sure I stay hydrated. But I literally want to do a few things. I want to test myself for if a war break out. That's what I just told the group on Discord. Teaching the Discord class now. But I was telling them that I think about fasting and stuff now on a spiritual level, but on a war level. We at war on all fields. So if something was to pop off, I know for a fact all I would need is water for at least 14 days. I could survive. So the less that we do, the less drugs that we do, the less eating different types of food, the more fasting that we do. If something were to pop off, they can't poison you. They can't drug you. I'm literally now, this is my mindset. After I was just literally sitting there like, dad, yo, I've been eating salads and just eating lentil soup. And that's it ever since I came off the fast last time. And then I was just like, well, you know what? Fasting is a form of war protection and spiritual protection. Because, you know, they doing battlefield out here. This is a game of war with all different countries. And we get to have the privilege of going about our day where some people going about their day and bombs are being dropped. You know what I'm saying? We take a lot of this stuff for granted. And we have to take our privileges, even though we get the less privileges, and we need to capitalize on them, because the more we stick together, can't nobody stop us. You know, it ain't a shadow ban. It ain't a being quiet. We don't even have to talk when we working together. You know, that type of stuff just starts with holding the door for one another. Something pop off, having a mutual understanding that, hey, let's talk. Leave them pistols in the car. Do whatever we have to do to de-escalate. This ain't making you a punk. This is letting you and that child have a connection still. It's that child that still needs a father. That girl that still needs a child's father, a husband, a lover, a sister that still needs a brother that still has a sister, mother that still has a child. You know, we really have to continue to emphasize of treating one another how you would want to be treated, even in the heat of the moment, yo. Your person that look like you is not your enemy. And I mean literally like us, you know what I'm saying? There's certain qualities that are about us. And I just want more and more, as we continue to dive into just different episodes and stuff, to just keep reiterating and dropping more jewels. You know, right now I'm working on getting my birth certificate, apostle. And that way I could do foreign business. I can start setting up foreign trusts. I have the country that I want to do business in, which is the Bahamas. That's why I took a trip there, so I could be able to utilize their herbs. But now me sending my birth certificate off to the Secretary of State, they're going to apostille it on a state level first. Then they send it back to me, and I only had to pay $15. Every copy of my birth certificate has to be a long form birth certificate. But what you're doing is you're setting up the stage to take your life back, because they've been playing with your life. Your Social Security is an EIN number. Your name in caps is a business name. You know what I'm saying? That's why I turned Semaj Callaham Bay into an LLC. Because if we're going to walk around here and do things in the public, we're going to do it in business. But in the private, you're going to be you. That's just like having a child. You can have a child and never get a birth certificate. Don't give your child to the state. Since we were given to the state, we got to go play a game of reverse. And that's just more and more what I want to get into, because more and more I'm starting to realize I don't have a big enough chain. There's always somebody's chain that's bigger than mine. I don't have a big enough closet. There's people who throw clothes away every day. I'm not the most handsome, but I love myself. You see what I'm saying? But I'm starting to realize where I'm valuable. And that's what everybody should do. Figure out where you're valuable and do it, and make sure that it aligns with your purpose, because something that you might be great at, which is a gift, may not align with your purpose. I'm great at a lot of things, but a lot of things don't align with my purpose. So now, me being mature, me being able to have two eyes, and above all, I have heart, I have an intuition in my stomach, my mind, that little voice that always keep telling you it's time to leave that alone, it's time to leave that alone. I'm going to be the one who start listening, because we need it. You know what I'm saying? We continue to point the finger, or you could say, man, black on black crime, listen, I'm all fingered out, you know. Yeah. I don't care. It's just, where can I help? So if there's an issue going on and y'all bust out arguing and the child need our help, the whole point was to help the child. Y'all in the argument, I'll swoop through, help the child, keep it moving. I don't even want to stop y'all from arguing anymore. You know, because that's something
that might escalate into me.
Yeah, and above all, it's something that we all have to do ourselves.
Facts.
You should have self-control. You should have self-accountability. You should have these things on yourself. So more and more with our show, what we're going to continue to do. So we just asking you to keep liking it, keep subscribing it, keep sharing it, because we need y'all more than anything if we're going to tackle topics that really deal with today. Yes. You know, not having to just pump you up with motivation and stuff. We need help right now. How can we stop y'all from breaking the TV and throwing dishes, and just being able to talk and say, hey, because that's what I've been working on. And everybody who I've been talking to, it hasn't been sweet. But the ones that have been receptive, I appreciate you more, because what you're showing me is that you were placed in my life for a reason. We probably known each other before we got here. That's why it's easier for me to bring it to you, and you're receptive even when you're wrong, and vice versa. I never once tell people that I don't want to be told when I'm doing wrong. It's all about delivery. It's all about, do you really love me? Would you tell yourself that way? Would you tell me that, man, you always picking up the... Or would you say, man, dang, I forgot to do the dishes? That's exactly how you would tell yourself. But if somebody ain't... Man, you ain't do the goddamn dishes. That's rage and something from somewhere else. Practice with yourself. Wake up in the rising. Be nice to yourself. Thank you for another day. Where's the window? Thank you, birds, for chirping. You know what I'm saying? I've been catching turtles and helping turtles, and it's significance in these finding these animals. Or when deer, there's a bunch of deer that be out here, but when I always ride my bike, if deer don't run away, that's a sign, number one, of your presence and your frequency. But that could be your ancestor. That could be somebody. We get reincarnated, man. You know, that may be somebody who you've been thinking of for a long time, and they be right there. So talk to them. Say hello, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. You never know. So, not to be long-winded, but since this is the finale, I just want to keep punching it home, man, that first, start loving on you. That don't take no effort. That don't take no judgment from anybody outside. And then once you love you and you feel comfortable, go out into the world and then spread love. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to spread love that you need. You know, you beat yourself up enough, you overthink everything, you ain't where you want to be, you don't make enough money, your moms ain't here, your pops ain't there, got this issue, that issue, girlfriend, boyfriend. Shoosh. You know, when do you get a second to really just evaluate and say, man, I came a long way.
Yeah.
You know, and I got more to go, or these are my goals, and I need to start working on this.
Yeah.
That can take the place of worrying. That can take the place of in that energy that you're using to put in a place that's making you sick. A lot of sickness and stress and cancer, a lot of sickness, cancer, and heart problems come from stress. Seriously, man. Yeah, walking around with our face balled up, and I'm guilty. And now I'm starting to realize how it was passed on to me, too. So now, instead of worrying about everybody else and people all around the world, I'm paying attention to my bloodline and the mannerisms and the little habits and the things that were passed on, and how and why some days I wake up just mad. Like, yo, well, that could have been coming from 30, 40 years ago with my mother and my father. Same thing with you. Take it light. Write it down if you have to. On today, I felt like this, and immediately I woke up thinking about this. I'm just saying, man, get more wrapped up into yourself, and that'll keep you out of your phone more. That'll keep you, from having to listen to gossip and stuff. And lastly, take it from right where you at, man. Not where you supposed to be in your mind, not where, just right where you at. Because everything is okay, yo. One day could change our whole life for the good or the bad. Yeah. But you have to keep that in mind. So I'll let you finish up and anything you want to say. But
basically, to piggyback off that, like I put a post up earlier, man. Just my post was like, I turned 37 yesterday, and
yeah, happy birthday again.
And man, it just felt so good to be in this place of where I'm at. I overcame a lot, but it's like the decisions I made in my past and what I can see now, and where I'm clear-minded at now, what not to do. The accomplishments we did with a podcast was never in the vision I seen, because it's like I'm not one of those people that like to be on screen. You're not one of those people that like to be broadcast. So it's like the blessing in that alone is like, man, I'm so thankful of where we at. I'm thankful for my second chance I got, just to be able to like prove to myself that I can do it. Also prove to the Most High that I can do it. That I can do whatever, everything I'm doing right. So I commend myself on that. I'm tired of working for people myself, so I kind of use my brother blueprint of that. Like, I just take advantage of the money that they give me, because I know putting up a 401k or a pension and all that stuff is like he say she say to me, they gonna take it, I feel, anyway. So I kind of like hustle them more than they can hustle me, and I'm ready to go forth with I plan to go forth on with, and I'm damn near there, so I just thank you for sticking it out with me, just like any other thing. You always stick out with me in life, no matter the decisions I make, you still be there. Same thing with my mom, same thing with my sister, same thing with my just the core group that we got, man. I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed. That's why I don't play with it. I kind of like, I tread out here because it's dangerous out here. It's a lot of violence, unnecessary violence from people that's unhealed. Don't get it twisted. I'm not fully healed. I work on it every day. It's a process. You probably would never be fully healed. It's always going to be something that you got to heal from, whether it's good or bad. Like, you could be the person that's there for somebody else and it can hurt you, or not even hurt you, but just be an impact where you need help on it. Because sometimes I help people not even knowing how, and I be having to go talk to one of my core members or my therapist, just to see, like, dang, man, bro, I don't know what else to do for him, or I don't know where it came from, or just the vent or release. So, like always, man, I appreciate my team. I appreciate you. I appreciate life. And I'm definitely trying to get on the same path. So I appreciate our likes, our subscribes. I appreciate our subscribers.
Yeah, we got to crack 100 before we come back with season 4.
Yes, sir.
We plan on continuing to give y'all content too, and have cool things. We're going to discuss it as a team. Big shout out to Tone Drone TV.
Yes, sir.
And Miss Denise from Would Have Changed Mentoring. It's been a heck of a road. I remember our first meeting, at the harbor.
Yes, sir.
To even now. Now it being a lot more peaceful. Everybody was passionate, so I feel like that's what gotten us this far in the
Yes,
first
sir.
place, because everybody wants to see a better world for not just us, but us first. And I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with anybody who wants us to finally heal first, and then we worry about everything else. But we move in peace, and everybody has different backgrounds, everybody's different ages, but
everybody come with a smile and leave with one.
we're at least applying what we're learning through the show too.
Yeah.
Being respectful, working on your delivery, your tone.
Because if y'all can't see, we transparent, man.
Yeah, stay organized. We trying to stay better on top of it. We're gonna work more on watching the shows and work on our reading. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just nervousness.
Yeah.
But above all, we're getting better, and I appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all, and I just pray that y'all use this time for you to get better every day. Because by every single individual getting better, it helps us as a community.
Absolutely.
So like, subscribe, hit the bell. If you're watching after the show is live, #replay. We'd love to hear from you. So leadersonly22@gmail.com, especially in our break. Feel free to send us topics. Keep sending us stories if it's stories that we should cover. You never know. We might have a breaking news, something, or you just never know. But help us get better. You know what I mean? Because we're needed in our community. So thank you, guys.
Peace, love.